Beautiful, beautiful mountains. I found a quote I'll share with you. Check it out. It says, when knowledge is infused, usually suffering is taken away. I was thinking about, I thought, it's been a long time since I've done like an MRA or a men's rights activist video. And, of course, I love to ski and I'm out here in the beautiful Four Corners. And I thought, I just need to, even though I've moved on and I've kind of gone through my divorce and all my divorce modification. That was a fucking nightmare. And, I think about those men that are going through that every day and they don't have any guides. And so I thought one thing I want to do on this channel is I want to be a source of light and a source of life. And even knowledge. It says when knowledge is infused, usually suffering is taken away. You can go watch my other videos. It's not hard to get my opinions on the Texas civil system and really the realities of what men face in divorces or divorce modifications. And, for you, I don't know, you're Googling something, you found this video. Maybe you're Googling the best lawyers in Dallas, or maybe you're in Austin and you're looking for custody rights for Austin, Texas. Maybe you're like me, you have two beautiful children. And your ex-wife just kind of likes to play those little ex-wife games, and then you realize, like, holy shit, man, I need to get a lawyer involved. Well, then that's when you need Jonathan Fibonacci. So here you go. Make it simple. Go watch some of my old videos. When knowledge is infused, usually suffering is taken away. Knowledge is power. So what do you need to do? Well, Texas 2503, you can Google that. That's a really, really important law. The most important thing is to email me, americano417@gmail.com. Ask me, say, John Fibonacci, how you go? Say, my family, I love my family. I like to make sure that I am protected in my custody battle. I understand you went through a civil case and you kind of have a passion for helping men in their civil cases. What can you do for me? Like, well, easy. I'm Jonathan Fibonacci. Well, first thing is email me, americano417@gmail.com. Let's spend about 5 minutes via email, kind of talk about your situation, but more importantly, buy my divorce advocacy kit for $2,800. And, I can help anybody, any man in any state. In fact, I can even help women. I've even had some women who have had some custody battles email me and they're like, John Fibonacci, what can you do? I'm like, well, you should have bought my divorce kit where we're going to talk about custody rights, real estate, equity, who pays for the closing costs and the refi to get the equity out and why that's so important. And, I was a mortgage broker for 10 years, so I know a lot about refinancing homes and how that interplays with refinancing because, you got to split equity, but the equity has to be there, therefore it has to be verified. And there's all these little things you have to know. And, well, most men just hire their lawyer, and they usually lose. And that's why we have the current Texas civil system that we have. It's a system that where women are paid and men pay, and they usually lose their families. They can lose their jobs. Divorces can get really nasty, and it's because of things like Texas 2503. Texas 2503 is never enforced for men. In fact, that's one of the videos that I've made. Just Google Texas 2503 and why that's such a big deal. Because think about it, if the only protection you have is a divorce decree and you can't get that divorce decree enforced by local police, then you really don't have any protection. So knowledge is power. So buy my divorce kit, $2,800. It's expensive, but look at the retainers that some of these lawyers are charging you, $5,000, $10,000. I even have this one guy, he spent $75,000 just on attorneys, and he still had not even gotten visitation or even through with it. So, if you're not careful, if you're like me, I was a 40-year-old man. I had a business that was over $200,000, and I had two beautiful children. Still have two beautiful children. If you have any means, these lawyers love to take men down because there is a lot of, I won't go philosophical here, but there's a lot of hatred of men in civil cases, and you have to be prepared. And knowledge is power. And if all you did is bought my $2,800 divorce kit and you went into your modification infused with knowledge, now what you do with that knowledge is up to you. I could talk to you about Texas 2503, talk to you about refinancing, talk to you about the top 5 things you need to make sure happen at your trial. You need to make sure, there's all these things that you need to know. Now, men, There's an old saying, men are dumb, women are crazy. Now think about that. If you don't take your divorce seriously, if you don't take your modification seriously, if you trust the wrong lawyer, well, it could impact you and your family for 10, 15, 20, 25 years. So that's kind of a Fibonacci way of saying you can't fuck up your divorce and really be happy. And knowledge is power. So $2,800, go into this important event, a season of your life informed, because knowledge is power. And once that decree is signed, that's the law you have to live by. So if they've taken 50% of your income and kicked you out of the house and you never see your kids, that's the bed that you or your lawyer help you make. So email me, americana417@gmail.com. When knowledge is infused, usually suffering is taken away. Let me help you in this season. Let me bring all my experience to the table. Email me, americana417@gmail.com.